Haarlem's Hidden Giant, the story of Hertogenepalace. Now, what if I told you there was a medieval giant just hiding in plain sight in the middle of a modern city? Well, today, we're going to go find one. We're heading to the Netherlands to uncover this amazing story of power, rebellion, and just incredible architecture, all tucked away in the city of Haarlem.
So just picture this for a second. You're walking through a busy modern city, cars, cafes, the whole deal. And then you look up and you see something absolutely massive, an ancient building that's literally been watching over these very same streets for hundreds of years. I mean, what kind of stories could those walls tell, right? Well, guess what? That hidden giant has a name. It's called Hertogenepalace. That's the Ducal Palace of Haarlem. And listen, this isn't some old ruin tucked away in a field somewhere. No, no. This is a place where history is literally baked into the city's foundation. All right, so to really get what this place is all about, we gotta peel back the layers of time. The story of this castle is just filled with power, conflict, and so much change. And it all starts centuries ago. Okay, so its journey kicks off way back in the 14th century. It was first built for the Counts of Holland. Then, about 100 years later, the powerful Duke of Burgundy comes in and expands it. Fast forward to the 17th century, this is during the Dutch revolt against Spain. And this palace gets a major upgrade. It becomes a critical fortress. And the version we see today, that's all thanks to a massive restoration project that started in the late 1800s. So what does it actually feel like to be there, standing in its shadow? Come on, let's take a virtual tour inside the walls of Hertogene Palace and really get a sense of its incredible scale. Okay, first things first, you just have to appreciate the sheer size of this thing. The castle stands about 20 meters tall. Now, to put that in perspective for you, that's basically the height of a modern 6-story building. It really, truly just towers over everything around it. And it's not just tall, it's sprawling. I mean, the whole complex covers over a hectare. That's more than 2.5 acres of land. So yeah, when we called it a giant at the beginning, we weren't kidding. It has a truly massive footprint. Now let's talk architecture, because this place is basically a time capsule. Hertogenepalace is considered one of the best examples of medieval design in the entire country, and you can feel that history written in every single stone. And you can see that medieval engineering in all its classic features. You've got these massive, imposing stone walls, obviously built for defense. Then there are the strategic towers for lookouts. And of course, you have the iconic battlements. Those walkways on top designed to protect soldiers during a siege. This thing was a fortress built to last. But hey, it's not all stone and warfare. Today, the castle grounds had this absolutely beautiful landscaped garden. It's actually become a super popular spot for weddings and other events, which creates this amazing contrast between its rugged military past and its peaceful, serene present. And the castle is still very much serving the public today. Inside, there's even a small museum that's all about the local history and culture of Haarlem. So you see, it's not just some static monument. It's a living, breathing center for learning. And then, right outside its doors, you've got the Grote Markt, the main square. This place is the absolute beating heart of the city. It's just buzzing with cafes, shops, restaurants. It's really where centuries of history come face to face with the vibrant energy of modern life. But of all the amazing things you can do here, there is one experience that stands above the rest. And I mean that quite literally. It's the ultimate reward for anyone who's willing to make the climb. And here it is. This is the payoff. After you make that climb, the views from the top are just absolutely breathtaking. You get to see the entire city from a perspective that very few people ever get to experience. Just imagine it for a second. You're standing on the very highest point of the castle. You're looking out over all the historic rooftops of Haarlem, and then beyond that, the beautiful Dutch countryside just stretching out to the horizon. It's the kind of view that connects you to hundreds of years of history, all in a single glance. So look, if you ever find yourself in Haarlem, here's my advice for the perfect day. You gotta start with a guided tour to really get the rich backstory. After that, take a nice, peaceful stroll through that gorgeous garden. And then, and this is non-negotiable, you have to climb to the top for that unforgettable panoramic view. Okay, so this really brings us to the castle's lasting legacy, because Hertogenepalace is so much more than just an old building. Its role in the city has changed in some pretty dramatic ways over the centuries. Just think about that transformation for a second. What started out as a private home for nobles, the Counts of Holland, is now a public museum and a beloved cultural landmark that absolutely everyone can enjoy.
So, at the end of the day, the Ducal Palace stands as this really powerful symbol. It represents the country's deep history, its incredible architectural heritage, and it's preserving all those stories from the past so that future generations can come and discover them too.
And that leaves us with one final thought. I mean, this whole amazing castle was basically hiding in plain sight. It kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other giants, what other incredible pieces of history might be waiting to be discovered right in your own town?